how are you going to do
Hi,
that?
everybody. How are you? Welcome to another You Matters, You Matter Talks. So today I am just absolutely excited to have a intuitive experience with all of you. And so I have Vaishali here with me. Thank you, Vaishali, for coming on today.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, and Vishal was so awesome. She contacted me. She's like, "Wow, I'd love to do some readings for your group." So I thought, why not? I posted for you guys to see what you thought of that, because I know there was some different, ideas about whether that would be cool or not. And the overwhelming response was, "Yes, let's do it." So here we are. Hopefully, everyone that wants a reading is here. And before we start, I know a lot of people raise concerns on the feed and privately about, having like, say, an intuitive or psychic reading and feeling really lost at this time and how that might affect people. And what I really want to say is that, I started doing intuitive readings. I started doing tarot and stuff when I was 11 and did intuitive readings for money for many, many years. And one of the reasons I stopped, hello, everyone. Hello, Delaney and Zoran. One of the reasons I stopped is because I found people got really dependent on my readings and stopped listening to their own truth and started listening to readings instead. And so what I would implore everyone to do is to really, practice your own intuition while we're going through this. So really listening to, what Vaishali's saying and really trusting your own instincts as well and going, what here is meant for me, what here is not meant for me, and just really tapping into your own intuition. Because, you can use these to guide things and change things. And so what is being said can affect you depending on how you choose to make your choices from the guidance that you're getting, I guess would be the easiest way to say. Vaishali, I know you had some things when you sent me the post, you had some things to say about that too, like how people could use these readings. So what would be your advice today?
So I think the best way I can give you the advice is as soon as you ask a question, I would start teaching you guys through the questions as to how you can ask the questions, how you can reframe them. And not only will you get clarity in the readings, but you'll also get clarity otherwise in terms of asking good questions, because the reading is only as good as the question you ask. So if you don't ask the question properly, the reading is probably not going to be what you want to hear. And it's something that's as soon as we start with the readings, you'll start seeing that.
Okay. Well, what do you want to just get started right away?
Yeah, let's just get started, and I'll sort of teach through the questions because that's really the best way instead of giving examples.
So I have got my phone here in front of me. So if everyone you're watching me look down, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking down at your order and your questions and that sort of thing. So I am just gonna make sure that my screen is all set up right now to see Vaishali and see you guys. Oh, Daphne, Brian, Delaney, you guys are all here. Okay, perfect. Okay. So reading number one was, I believe it was Daniela. Yes. So Daniela says, hello. My question is, hold on. She tweaked it a little bit. So let's go to her tweak. So Daniela is saying, what is in the future for my career? Can you describe it?
So that's a little general question, Daniela. Can you just tell me a little bit about what you're doing right now and what exactly were you looking for? I need to understand, are you looking for a change in career? Are you looking for, what exactly are you looking to find out? Because that question will take a long time and we have to sort of go through everyone. So you can clarify that question. What exactly are you looking to find? Are you looking for a promotion? Are you looking for money? Are you looking to change? Just clarify that a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next one and come back to you while you're doing that.
Okay, so I know everybody else is online. It looks like almost everybody else that had a reading. So as I'm just looking at all the questions, everyone's questions were pretty general in that sense. So if you had a question, if you could just type on the live with a little bit more detail for Vaishali, and then hopefully we'll have that when we get to you. So Daniela, we're going to come back to you because I don't see a comment from you on our feed. Hopefully you're here.
If she is not here, I'll just read it. I'll just read her question. What was her question? Can you read it again?
So her question is, so she said originally, she said, my question is, will I be changing my career due to this virus? And will the path be clear? And then when she read your comment on how to phrase the question, she said maybe she should ask what is in her future for her career. Can you describe it?
Okay, so what will her future, what does she do right now?
I don't know. This is all the information we have at this moment, and I don't see her commenting on our feed at this point. So I don't know if she's actually live with us or not.
Okay, so as far as whatever her present career is concerned, what it's showing is it's going to be there for a little bit, and it almost looks like she's going to try one more thing, and then that one she's probably going to close on them. So it's going to take her a couple of tries to get to the right career. So Daniela, it's going to take you a couple of tries to get to the right career. So if this were my reading, what I would do is I would fail fast. So whatever you want to try, like try either multiple ones at the same time, or try one and then just have something else as a backup, because it seems that it's going to take you a little bit of time to figure out what exactly you want to do. So I would say that just keep a pipeline of whatever you want to do in the queue, and then see what comes out of it. And don't be surprised if something falls through. Just have something else lined up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, hopefully Daniela, you got what you needed from that. The next person is Daphne. Daphne, you are number 2, and I know you are on with us. And her question is also regarding her career. And she says, will her career be expanding into a new direction that she feels called to, or will the path that she's set for herself continue? Oh, and she's on there and she's saying, I'm currently a photographer and a business coach who wants to expand my business with an online platform to serve energy workers, healers, artists, etc. How can I navigate this path of spiritual awakening and succeed?
Okay, so that's like a lot of questions in there. So I have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
So she's a photographer, and what was the second part you said?
And a business coach.
And a business coach. So let me see what I'll see. The first thing I'll see if she continues on the photography route, how things are going to go. And if she continues on the business coach route, how things will go. So that will kind of give us an idea of which one is going to be more successful, and we can kind of move from there.
Okay.
So the first one is that of photography. Daniela, what kind of photography do you do? Because
this is Daphne now. So she does what kind of photography? How would you describe your photography, love? She does a lot of great, really sexy stuff.
Okay, so as far as photography is concerned, it's sort of showing on and off sort of a thing. And it doesn't, like if I were looking for somebody, for instance, if I was looking for someone's career, what I would like to see is something that's really thriving and moving upwards.
Yeah.
But this one is sort of spotty, sort of on, sort of off, based on, I guess it's based on how you get your name out there. That's what it seems like.
Okay, yeah, so, she does women's fine art nudes portraitures.
Okay. All right, cool. So it seems a little spotty, I want to say. And then the second one, which was like the business coach route.
Yeah.
So that one, it seems like you started along a certain path and then it sort of twisted and turned around. And it almost seems like you're going to have to go through a roundabout sort of scenario before you move forward. So out of the two, I would say that the first one is it's more like it's more like a side income sort of a thing. So it doesn't seem to show that you're going to do like excessively, overwhelmingly well, at least in the future. Maybe in the past you had something, but it doesn't show like a real, consistent sort of a thing. In the other one, in the business coach one, it seems that you're going to have to figure out a target market. You're going to have to figure out what exactly, you're going to have to niche down, or kind of, it seems you're going in multiple directions. So it almost seems like you would probably need to figure out where exactly it is that you want to go, and also what kind of market you would like to address. So you kind of need to get clarity on both those, and then you can move forward in that one. Can she type while we are talking, or?
Well, she can, but what I'm noticing is that it's only allowing me to see the 5 most, or the 4 even most recent comments. So I'm trying to, I see other people have also put things. So I'm just trying to read back in the comments, and it's not really cooperating with me. I can see the most recent though. So how is that, Daphne? Does that answer your question? Not seeing anything. There might be a little delay. Zoom and Facebook are both very, 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 busy these days. So it's a bit hard to do a lot of back and forth. She says she wants to serve women to tap into their courage, power, and intimacy. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, well, hopefully this is like a whole new thing, trying to do a live with readings. So hopefully this works out. Okay, so let's hopefully that's good. Let's move on, because we're about halfway through our time. So let's move on to number 3, and we'll see. Hopefully we're getting this for you guys. This is like, I feel like we're having a bit of an adventure here in terms of trying to post, in terms of trying to do these online this way, but we're down for it. Okay. When I get to you, Zoran, sure, that would be great, because I can't see the past comments. You guys were all so lovely. You all typed more information, and now I can literally only see, the last 4 or 5 comments. So we'll get back, and then yes, if you want to repeat, that'd be awesome. Okay, so right now number 3 is Delaney Rose. Yes, and I know she's here with us. She says she's a singer-songwriter, and her question is about the future of her marriage and future ideas for her music career. And I know she had written a comment here too. Is there any way, Delaney, you could repeat that? I believe you gave us some information on your marriage situation, and I was not able to see it because the comments are just moving very quickly.
So, Leanne, how about just the person whose reading is being done? How about we just let them type and kind of let others hold off? That way we can focus on it. You can focus on it.
Yes, of course, everybody's chiming in, though. They're very excited to have you. Like, Krista's here, and she's like, I'm so impressed with the reading that you did for me at JVology. So, yeah, everybody's here, and so they're just going to keep typing. So that's totally cool. And we can work with it. We can get this all figured out. So, yeah, Delaney just says marriage challenges. So,
okay, let me look at the future of her Her marriage. So, Delaney, this seems that, okay, I can see why you're asking me this question. Uh, I usually read on the phone, so it's difficult for people. So people can see my face when I'm reading like that. My face changes. It's a little hard because I can see the reading in front of me.
So everybody, you get a better reading this way because you can watch your facial expressions.
Yeah, they can see my face. They know what the reading says. Delaney, it seems like your marriage is sort of, there is a lot of same old going on in your marriage, or not much variety or something. So it almost seems like it's causing some anxiety. Nothing is changing. I forget the name of that movie. Oh my God. I can see the image in front of me and I lost the name of the movie. The guy who, like every day, nothing changes. What's the name of that movie?
Oh, Groundhog Day?
Yeah, that one.
Where he keeps
Groundhog
repeating
Day.
the same day? That's how
Yeah,
her
yeah.
marriage is looking in the cards?
Yeah, Groundhog Day. So it almost seems like sort of like Groundhog Day, but there's more to it. There is, see, what this means is like anxiety in the relationship, or more like not. Kind of feeling trapped or feeling stuck, so nothing is really happening. So in your mind it could be like nothing is going to move, and it's like being trapped at home. You're just trapped in the marriage is what it's showing. So essentially you're going to have to make a lot of changes in order to do something different, and that's why I gave you the example of the Groundhog Day. But yeah, I think there's a lot more to this reading than what I'm saying, but I would just say that you are going to have to make a lot of changes in terms of moving forward, because right now it seems that the marriage is like in quarantine, for lack of a better word. It's kind of in confined in a scenario, or confined in a room or a house, that kind of a thing.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Daniela is on with us now. She found us. And so that was the first reading. And so Daniela is saying that she's wondering if her career, will her career be changing due to this virus, and will that path be clear?
Okay, so will her career change because of the virus?
You're welcome, Daniela.
Daniela, it seems that it almost seems like you have something in mind as far as the career is concerned, and it seems that you can explore it a little bit. It just shows that you are nervous about exploring whatever the new career is, or whatever it is. But you should try and test it out in bits and pieces, and that's when you'll sort of get a little more clarity. Because it seems that when you first start working on it, you're not going to be clear, and it's not going to like jump out and say, yes, I'm the one, sort of a thing. It's going to take a little more time for clarity, and you may actually need to kind of choose between two different things, which one you like more, or which one is going to give you success. Or but it's not instantaneous. You're not like the other reading I did shortly, I don't remember whether it was the first or the second one. That one was showing that if she just keeps eliminating things, she's going to get it. But in this one, it's kind of different. You're going to have to wait and kind of see which one works, and then you're going to get clarity. So this one is going to take a little more time for you. It's going to take more time for you to figure this one out.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps.
Okay, thank you. So Daniela, thank you. And Delaney says thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
So there we go. So we're going to go to number 4 now, who is Brian. And Brian, I know that I very quickly saw you give us a little bit more detail in the past comments, but I can't see those past comments. So if you want to retype what you typed now, that would be fabulous. And I can use those details to tell Vaishali. In the meantime, I'm going to read your original question, Brian. So Brian is wondering, like how a romantic relationship would work for him. So it sounds like he's saying like, how would I meet a partner? What should he do that he's in quarantine? He says he would like to have more sexuality in his life. Most of his life has been filled with family, work, and school. He wants some guidance on where he can find people that are interested in doing, intimacy, sexuality stuff. He's also interested in emotional stuff, but I don't get to do too much physical stuff. So it sounds like he's really wanting some guidance around the sexuality and the physical intimacy.
So essentially, I guess the way I hear the question is, what can he do to meet someone? Is that his main question?
I think that's what it sounds like. Brian, is that accurate? You're like wondering how you can meet somebody that you could have better sexual intimacy with? It's kind of what I'm hearing too, Vaishali.
Okay, let me see what can he do to meet someone.
He says he's been living with his parents and he's been shadowing their marriage, so he's feeling pretty jaded. Okay, well, let's see if we can give you some guidance on how to get that sexual, physical intimacy that you would like.
So, Brian, it seems like you're sort of, you are stuck in between home and it's kind of showing like a room or something. I think that's a room that it's showing. Or maybe there is a lack of mobility or lack of motion. So essentially you're not being exposed to outside like a certain area or something, and then a family. So essentially it's asking you to sort of move away from your current environment. I don't know if you do you like go out in nature or do any hikes or anything like that, or are you in any social platforms, or
he says yes.
On which one? Yes, on what?
He said yeah to what you were just saying. I don't have any more details than that. She's given yeah. So I'm guessing he goes out into nature. I'm guessing he's doing some online stuff. Is that correct, Brian? Maybe he'll give us a third yeah. We've got 2 yeahs from him already.
Yeah, it almost seems like he needs a little bit variety in his, a little bit more variety in his life as far as meeting someone is concerned. I'm going to check something really quick. What does he do for work?
Brian, what do you do for work? Well, we got a third yeah.
What's that?
I said we got a third yeah from him. We might be a little bit delayed. I'm wondering if the comments are a little delayed. So we'll just wait here for just one moment if you'd like to know what he does for work. I don't have an answer on that yet.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I need to know how he's making money. Then I can tell him the answer.
Brian, how are you making money? Disability pension. Yes, he's autistic, and so that makes things a little bit difficult. Yeah.
He's what now?
He has a disability pension.
Oh, he has a disability pension. I see. And does he go to the gym or anything?
He used to do computer stuff, so sort of computer tech work. And I do not know if he goes to the gym. I know he does comedy. Brian, do you go to the gym? I love that everyone's playing with us online like this. This is like a whole new experience here. Like,
Really, I can't see any comments. I'm just focusing on the reading.
yes, we did agree to that in advance so that you could concentrate on that, which is probably good, because if you had to do this and that at the same time, I think it'd be a little bit crazy. So I'm not seeing another answer from him. Is there any guidance that you can give him without that information?
Sure. So essentially, Brian, there's a couple of things as far as work is concerned. If there is any way you sort of make money besides the disability or something, I think you may come across someone. That's the first one. And what it does show is that you'll have to let the lady make the move. That's number one. And number two is if by any chance you go to the gym or you go to any sort of yoga class or anything related to that, it's possible that you may come across somebody like that as well. Those are like the two things you could possibly think about and see which one it is that you would like to pursue.
Okay. So looks like some sort of physical exercise, like some yoga, some gym, something like that, and then letting the ladies come to him.
Yeah, let the lady, and if the lady takes the initiative, let her do it.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so number 5, Zoran, thank you. You can retype your thing. That would be fabulous. He is saying, will I stay in my industry in Canada, or will I start my own business back home? And I know that he gave us a little information as well. So we're probably just going to have to give him a second to cut and paste that. But his original question was, yes.
So what was the first part? Will he do what in Canada?
So will he stay in his industry in Canada, or will he start his own business back home? Oh, here he goes. He says, I have an offer from 2 acquaintances from Vancouver who own a big CBD company in Romania to sell their product online here in Croatia. They are they to be trusted, or should he stay in Vancouver's fine dining industry? He's been in Canada for 13 years, and they're asking him to open an online company here and buy their product wholesale. So he said before the whole COVID virus thing, he served in a restaurant in Vancouver.
Oh, I see. Okay. So what I'll see is there's a lot of questions in it. I'll kind of look at a broader perspective and find out if the restaurant industry will give him more success, or the other one. And
or going into this new business venture. Yeah. So like, that's kind of what it sounds like his question is should I stay in the fine dining, or should I take this opportunity with this online business?
Yeah, believe it or not, the online business looks a lot better. It seems that channels will open up as far as money is concerned. So it could be that he can start pursuing it. Initially, maybe you just want to pursue it as a side thing, or like a secondary sort of an opportunity, or you should have another source of income coming in until things change. That's for the second one. As far as the restaurant industry is concerned, it's showing that things are going to be fuzzy for a bit, and usually this is showing 2 to 4 weeks or months. So I think you're going to have to wait out that period of time, and then after that, it still seems a bit challenging even after that. I would say that if you want to stay there, just make sure that you have something else on the side, because it's going to take time for things to kind of get back to normal or normalcy. There could be a period of time you may find challenging over there. But more importantly, it almost seems like you'll get bored and move on. The other one seems a little better.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so reading number 6 is with Robin, and Robin's asking what her business will look like. I don't know if Robin is online with us. I know she was earlier. That is her question. So
yeah,
what my business look like, she says.
Yeah, her business. So it's seems that there is, as far as this question is concerned, there is no clarity in terms of where she wants to go, and she's kind of going to get. You need to get clarity on where it is you want to go, and it's not going to come immediately. So you're going to have to.
Sorry to interrupt. She's just saying that how will her business look if she niches her business towards introverts. Will it be successful or not? That's the clarifying piece that she's given us.
If she niches it towards introverts, okay, let me see.
Yeah.
You can niche it towards introverts if that's what you want to do. But let me see if this is the best niche for you, or you're better off doing something else. You can niche it towards introvert, but it's going to take a little bit of time for you to kind of move forward. It's not immediate. It almost seems like things are going to move slowly, or they're going to stay where they are before they move forward. So it almost seems like you feel really lost, and you keep revising and revisiting things. So I'll say that it's going to take time for things to start taking off. So just be mindful of that.
Okay, thank you. Just what she sees. Okay, Jordan says thank you. And wow, love, I do not know how to pronounce your name. Guasira? I'm sorry if I have just butchered your name. Her question is, everything seems so upside down at the moment. Her question is, what do you see for her? Like, what is in her future?
So just generally, what's in her future?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. Even her clarifying just 1 minute ago was, asking just what you see for her.
Yeah, it seems you're seeking security, and you're sort of chasing it. And what it's showing is you may want to sort of reconsider and look at things differently, and take advantage of this time to start or look or think of doing something new. If you're looking for a new career, maybe, if that's something you want to do, or if there's a couple of careers that you want to explore, that's something you can think of. There could be a guy who comes along, and he will sort of help you, but it's more like in passing. So it's like, somebody just comes in your life, they give you a comment, and they kind of disappear, and then you keep thinking about it, because it kind of, you think about it and something happens that changes your whole perspective, or changes the way you're going to take action in the future. So I would say look out for somebody who comes in your life for a short period of time and just kind of comes in passing to give you direction for a career. And that will sort of give you a little bit of clarity to move forward.
Wow, beautiful. Okay. Is there anything else you were going to add there?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. So that's like everybody that pre-asked, because we asked them all to just post, and we've come to the end there. And how was that for everyone? Was it good? I mean, I've seen thank yous as we were going on. The old Zoran threw in another question, and he says, should I get a partner here? My best friend is interested. I don't know if you saw anything when you were answering his career question there about a partner, but he did pop that little question on there.
Is that the guy who was doing the restaurant versus the other one?
Yes.
Yeah, actually you can. That was one of the other meanings. So like, if you want to get someone along with you, I think that will be fine. To get somebody else as a pair or a partner, that's perfectly fine.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, Robin says thank you. Brian says thank you. Yeah, we got thank yous coming. So it looks like everybody's feeling pretty content and complete. Oh, and Daphne says thank you. You have helped me to ask, who do I serve exactly? Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great. You know, sometimes questions are like the best clarity we can get because we're now, you know, directing ourselves. So Robin says, I'm not sure if able to see if something else more might, Robin's wondering if something else might be more successful. So Robin was one of the last few readings that we did on whether she should niche with introverts. And she's saying, you know, is something, would something else maybe be more successful?
Rather than niching with introvert? Probably so. What exactly does she do?
Robin, do you want to describe what you do? Robin does these, is it an angiogram? Is that how you pronounce it? Where she can show you like all these sort of aspects of yourself and then how you can actually move into relationship with others and how you kind of function in relationship with others. Don't know if I'm describing that totally properly, Robin. I'm so sorry. But yes, essentially she does that. And then she does, she also determines what people's motivations are for things. And basically just kind of gives them a whole picture of sort of like what's leading them and guiding them and sort of where their personality is sort of, like, yeah, I don't know how to describe that much better.
Okay, so there's a couple of.
She says healing, coaching, teaching, and the angiogram and the motivational map.
Wow. Okay, so you probably need to narrow down a little bit. There's a couple of different things. The first one is if you're looking for career or something. I want to say career, but anything work related. Which would be, it's not really a coach, but it's more like work. So somebody who is starting their first job sort of a thing, you could sort of help those kind of people. If people are looking like young people who are looking for love, you could help those kind of people. Or people who are more like, I want to say like a kid and his mom or something. Something associated with a love relationship between them, if you want to help those kind of people, or young people who are looking for love, that would be one thing. So, but it's all more towards like youth, like kids. So if you work with kids, it would apply to kids. If not, it would apply to the first something like, I'm taking my first job. This is my first love. This is my first paycheck. So something like that. So something along those lines. So more like a younger crowd than somebody who has kind of been in business for 10 years sort of a thing. I don't think that is what's going to be like instantaneous success, but more of what I said earlier.
So something around youth or even like, early 20s, like when people are sort of getting into things, or younger than that, is that sort of?
Yeah, pretty. Okay. I think I would say like early 20s or something, when somebody's just starting out or just getting into things. Or if she wants to work with moms, then it would be a mom and a child sort of a thing.
Okay, beautiful. Wow. We have completed everyone's readings. This is amazing. I wasn't sure how this would work out. And I think we did a pretty good job, Vaishali. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Really lovely having you on. And if anyone, of course, Vaishali is a member in the group as well. So you can easily, tag her or send her a direct message if you want. I'm sure she's happy to correspond with you guys. Yes, no, maybe so, Vaishali?
Cool.
Yeah, okay, I'm taking that as a yes. Robin says thank you. And thank you so much. It was just such a pleasure to be here with you today. And thank you. Thank you for sharing your gifts.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Have a beautiful day.
You too.